I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Frost, Duncan Cosplay. And today we're starting the first episode of season 4 of Better Call Saul.
Shit. Chuck is dead.
Oh, we think so.
We think, well, no. Okay, no, seriously. Chuck talked to Jimmy, said some horrible things, like he never cared about him. We know it's not true, but Jimmy took it to heart. He also told him that he destroys everyone around him. Then after Jimmy left, Chuck's pain would not let go. Like, it would bother him non-stop. He destroyed the house, and in the end, he threw a lantern on the ground, and the house caught fire. And with all the crap that was on the floor, we know it's gonna burn a lot and fast. So Chuck might be a goner. Jimmy's gonna take it really hard. I don't know what to expect from this episode. Kim is healing. Howard also fired Chuck. Well, he forced him to retire. So last time he saw him, that was not a good ending. So he also might take it really hard.
I think Howard's gonna take it hard too.
Yeah.
Maybe feel responsible for what happened.
Maybe, if they rule it a suicide, for sure. Also, Hector had his stroke. Whoops, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
He had the heart attack, and good timing too, because Nacho was about to go shoot him because
he was threatening Papa.
He was threatening him, yeah, the dad. So yeah, now he's probably in the wheelchair and can't really speak.
And
so
Gus is feeling his sweet vengeance on the world now.
He's happy that he's not dead. Like, don't die so soon. You still have to suffer. Aside from that, Kim also is trying to take it slow, and they sold the office. So now it's back to nothing.
Square one.
Yeah, square one. Let's see how they react to what happened to Chuck. Let's see what happened to Chuck. And, yeah, season 4.
Alright.
It's a horrible way to start a season. Jesus Christ. The happy faces. Happy faces. Let's go. And this episode is called Smoke. Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Mr. Takovic, how you feeling?
Good, yes.
Well, it's good news. You're right, it's not a heart attack. In fact, everything I can see here looks good. Your blood pressure's a little high, but that's understandable under the circumstances. Headline here is false alarm.
The stress. You know, when Jesse left, it was like freedom for him. It's a new start, but for him, for Jimmy, it's like, it's constant pain. Constant stress. And reminders. Do we know the guy?
You know what? I'll just get out here. Excuse me, this is good. I'll get out here.
If he's from Albuquerque, maybe he saw like the news and stuff, so now you can panic. Welcome to season 4. Oh shit.
Happy face.
Happy
face.
faces.
Happy face.
Happy but not happy.
Wait to put on our mask.
Yeah. Oh my god, they're starting right in the middle of this. I thought we might be after, but no.
Isn't Kim supposed to have all the files of Miss over there though? No, that's Kim's and Jimmy's house.
Oh man, that's so fucked up. Because we know what's going on.
It's like Chuck saying goodbye.
Yeah. It's the morning after, so...
Kim, it's Howard. I'm trying to reach Jimmy. let him know. I really need to talk to him. It's Chuck.
Jimmy, go.
He's gonna start having a problem with it too. What's good in the world with Mike though?
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Mike.
There you go.
So it's it, huh?
Yeah.
It's his last shift.
You take it easy.
It's true now he has to pretend to work for him.
The boss.
2-1 to the right-hand batting McDonald, though he doesn't agree. Turns back to the home run umpire Teichner. Keith McDonald last year played for Iowa. Theretofore was a longtime member of Memphis.
He's gonna go crazy because he's doing nothing.
Well, now that Hector's out of the way, maybe he's gonna start the thing with Gus. Actually doing security work. He's a man of action.
Jimmy?
It's Howard. I think you should talk to him.
Howard.
Jimmy, I'm so sorry to bother you with this. The thing is, we wanted to get Chuck's obituary into the paper before the service, but I'd really like to run it by you, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Great. Charles Lindbergh McGill, a towering figure in the Albuquerque legal community who built one of the leading law firms in the Southwest, was taken from this world tragically and suddenly last week. Charles graduated valedictorian from Francis Xavier High School at the age of 14, making him the youngest graduate in the history of that school.
Damn, 14.
He was editor-in-chief of a law review and won the first-year moot court competition at Georgetown Law, where he went on to graduate magna cum laude. After clerking at both the Delaware Court of Chancery and the United States Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit, Charles joined George Hamlin's solo practice on Central Avenue in downtown Albuquerque. Over the course of 23 years, the two men built what became known as Hamlin McGill into a nationally recognized firm. Charles was also active in the community, championing education for the underserved. He was on the boards of many New Mexico charities and a founding member of the Southwest.
I mean, what's in a life, you know? How do you summarize a person? Was he just his accomplishments? Was he more than that? It's interesting, too, that it's Howard that's taking care of this.
I don't think that Jimmy got the head for it.
I know, but...
It's really sad, though, that no words about
his family, his wife,
child
yeah.
feeling, because he got none of it.
Yeah, it's all accomplishments, but...
Yeah. What's the point if you got no one to share with?
That's the thing, like, was that all he was? You know, how do you summarize someone?
Lord Hector tuvo un derrame cerebral, no sabemos cuándo volverá. Pero escúchenme. El territorio de Salamanca se queda el territorio de Salamanca.
Oh, don't worry.
Nada cambia. Si alguien cruza una línea, ustedes los paran. Tienen una entrega mañana por la noche. La recogen, la empaquetan, la distribuyen. Todo como lo han hecho antes. ¿Entienden?
Sí, señor.
I mean, you don't...
Si hacen esto correctamente, las cosas podrían ir muy bien para ustedes.
Because I mean, so one of them could try to overthrow like him now that he's not there. And their
Ese viejo
distribution
cabrón siempre ha sido
thing.
un problema.
Yeah.
Pero mantiene su casa en orden. Gustavo, ¿qué piensas?
Alguien se moverá contra los Salamancas. Lo que trae la guerra. Lo que trae el caos. Lo que trae la DEA.
Which will be
Season four.
end.
We could see Hank again.
Yeah.
Depending on who moves against them, that could be so interesting.
I've heard that we might see him in Better Call Saul. I don't know when.
Well, I mean, he's alive in this time period, so...
They're a bit old.
So
for the ID.
it's not a dead battery, it's Mike. What is he after, though? Something's not sitting right with him? I've always said that if you wanna go incognito in French,
You need
sorry.
to act like you own the place.
Act like you own the place. Act like you belong here.
Bruce had the speed. He could kick you before you saw him move.
You ever watched a listed fight?
Boxing is a sport. Martial arts is life
He's
and death.
perfect.
Look, I don't care how fast you are. Muhammad Ali hits you, you're going down. That's a fact.
If he hits you. Bruce Lee, he knows the anatomy. He's got the moves. He's going to find an opening.
Hey, hold up. Wait. Did you sign Tina's birthday card?
No,
Would you mind?
not at all.
Oh my god, Mike, you're so
People don't pay attention.
perfect,
All I'm saying
seriously.
is if...
Excuse me. I think this belongs to you.
God.
I need to talk to your manager.
He stole it,
I
buddy.
waltzed through security with someone else's ID. Nobody gives me a second look. When the rifle owner
He's doing
shows
his
up,
job.
there's no facility-wide badge check. You got duplicate routing numbers on card, surveillance camera blind spots on the north and the east side of the floor, inventory documents that are going into the trash instead of being shredded, not to mention loading equipment being driven at unsafe speeds and crews disregarding safe...
Hold on. Who are you exactly?
Your
Norman
boss.
Trout, security consultant.
He wasn't supposed to be there, but okay.
Why, he's doing his job.
Oh.
Those lanterns. He was living in that house without electricity for the better part of 2 years. He knew how to use those lanterns. He was careful. I saw it. I know you did too. There was never a problem. I know it's a terrible thing to... I don't think what happened was an accident. You probably heard Chuck was retiring from HHM. But that's not the truth. The truth is that we had a disagreement. And I pushed him out. I made him go.
Chuck was sick for years. And after the bar hearing...
The bar hearing had nothing to do with it. He took more of an interest in the firm. He came to work. We could leave the lights on. He was improving until the thing with the insurance. So it wasn't the bar hearing.
Oh my gosh.
The insurance.
Jimmy. Oh my god, he's gonna feel so much responsible for it.
I think
should've
he
just let it go.
already feels
I
responsible.
mean, God knows he's done enough for me. Our malpractice insurance, they found out about Chuck's condition and raised our rates. Chuck went ballistic. He wanted to go to war. I drew a line. It never occurred to me that I could hurt him.
You didn't.
He always seemed so strong. But he wasn't.
And now Howard is taking it personally, but
I think he
it's...
did what he did because of me.
No.
Well, Howard, I guess that's your cross to bear.
Fuck you.
happy.
Look at her go.
A mask. Just a mask.
So I'm gonna make some coffee. Maybe you want some?
Look at Howard. He's so destroyed. Life has to go on. Put on the mask and go. He's not okay. Oh my god, he's so not okay.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, Jimmy hearing Howard say all that happened, you know, with the insurance and stuff, like you said, it made him realize just how much of it was his fault. And to have Howard say, I think it's because of me, you know, I think he killed himself because of what I did, because I pushed him away. That just proved to Jimmy that he might have done it because of him. Jimmy.
And just right there, the escape for Jimmy.
Yeah.
To say that, you know, right afterwards, that's your cross to bear.
Well, he also has a cross to bear. It's just he doesn't want to appear like, oh, I did this. Like, he doesn't want to face the weight of what he's done. So he's happy with just saying that to Howard and going on wearing his fucking mask. But we both know that he doesn't feel okay with this. Like, it's deep down, it crushed him. He can't be happy with Chuck's death.
Even if it wasn't with the entrance. If they didn't went to court, it would still be with his brother. It would have been having problem at his house. None of that would have happened, but that's the thing. You can't try to justify what happened. There's no right or wrong answers, and that's nobody's fault.
Like, if it had been an accident, I don't know. If it had been an accident, he could have still felt guilty about, you know, not really taking care of him, not focusing on his illness more, because, you know, the illness is what led him to having the lantern in the house. But having Howard say he did it himself, that puts the blame on someone triggered him, you know? Someone pushed him off the edge. Or, I mean, usually no, you know, and you never know what goes on in someone's mind. But with Chuck, we know that there was precedence. Like, there was stuff that happened that Jimmy started that did not help. I'm not saying it's Jimmy's fault completely, but he did not help. And with the insurance, you know, the insurance led to Chuck losing his job. So that's his fault, because he's the one that told them. But, I mean, who's to say that they would not have heard, you know, about what happened without Jimmy, too. So I feel like he cannot face the consequences of his actions, so he decides to live in denial and put on the mask, and he's gonna blow eventually. He can't just keep on going like this. Maybe that's why he changes, because he cannot bear being Jimmy McGill anymore. Like, it's too much trouble. It's too much to live with. Jimmy McGill would destroy everyone around him. Jimmy McGill is the reason his brother's dead, so he's gonna switch. Maybe. You know, I feel like I was thinking at the beginning of the episode when we saw him in the present.
Yeah.
And for a sec, I thought, wow, it's crazy how his persona now resembles that of Jimmy McGill in the show, and is so different from the Saul Goodman that we knew in Breaking Bad. And I'm like, Saul Goodman is the mask that he put on his face. I kind of said it like in passing, like, oh, he's always wearing a mask. Jimmy is a mask, you know. But Saul Goodman is the mask that covers Jimmy McGill, because Jimmy McGill cannot live with all his guilt and everything that's happened in his life. But now that he cannot be Saul Goodman anymore, and he's Gene that weirdly enough sounds a bit like Jimmy, you know, like, I don't know, he's, he cannot pretend anymore, like he's alone with his secrets, alone with his identity, and he's miserable. Mm-hmm. And I feel like all the stress and everything, like, that's not helping. But I mean, that dark cloud was already over his head. It's just not helping with the stress. But shit, he's not gonna be okay this season. I think he's gonna pretend to be okay for a while, but Kim is gonna see right through that mask, and she's gonna try to pierce it. And poor Howard, like, I knew he was gonna feel guilty, but to see him break down like that, oh.
Well, in his mind, probably the reason why Chuck did it was because he was rejected from HHN.
But that's the thing. He did it right after he lost his job, so of course he's gonna feel responsible. But he doesn't know about who told the insurance company about the accident. Not the accident, but what happened in the courtroom, so... It's the worst thing, you know, when someone takes his or her life and you're left behind, it's really not a good idea to start going down that road, you know, that I might be the reason why you did it.
That I did something enough, that I did not something enough.
Like, it's...
Should I have pushed, should I have not pushed?
I don't want to speak for anyone, you know, because like I said earlier, we're not in anyone else's head. We don't know what's going on in their lives, but I cannot bear to think that someone would willingly take her or his life just for one reason.
No, it's always...
It's a bunch of
an
stuff.
accumulation of stuff from a long time.
Yeah, from a long time too, yeah. It's... You cannot blame it on one person. The person who takes away his or her life has been through some shit, and it's been like this for a while. And yeah, you could have helped maybe, but don't blame yourself because that person made his or her choice, and it wasn't you that pulled the trigger or pushed the lantern and everything. But sadly, it's really hard to be the one left behind and not think that, oh, I could have done better, oh, I could have said these words, or I could have done something to prevent it. You don't know, because you never know how someone is going to react to what's going on around them, and it's a terrible situation. And I'm interested in seeing how they're going to play that out, like the guilt, the survivor guilt, and not just the survivor guilt, but also the fact that he lost a brother after what's been going on, after what he did, after what he's been told by him. Especially since we know he's got a heart, like we know he cares. I wonder how he's going to take it all. Like, obviously he's pretending right now, but I wonder if he's going to let it out eventually, or if he's going to keep pretending all the way through Breaking Bad.
I think he will. I think he will.
Anyway.
Like, we kind of expect Jimmy doesn't face what he did, the consequences, his guilt, his regrets, put it all inside of a safe in his mind, and put the mask on.
It reminds me a bit of what Chuck told him.
Must go on.
What Chuck told him in the end, you know, stop pretending, what's the point? Because that's always what he does. You know, he does something bad, and then after that he regrets and he suffers. He chose not to suffer this time. So push away all the regrets. But he feels it. It's just he's not letting himself feel it completely. He's burying it down, and he believes it's going to be okay if he forgets about it. But usually it's not. Anyway. Mike just not being able to stay at home and be paid for nothing.
Well, I can understand why he wants to do something. You know,
he's a man of action.
When you grow that age, you need to occupy your mind.
I was really curious about what he was trying to do, but then you said it was about security, and I'm like, okay, but is he because he doesn't trust them? No, he's actually doing his job. You know, seeing how what the level of security is and how you can do stuff, and it's not like they can, say, well, he doesn't work here. Lydia has to, vouch for him.
Yep.
So yeah, he just found himself a new job. That's
a little bit twisting the stalling the idea of another employee.
No, but you wanted to see like how easy it would be to steal an ID, just get into the building, and no one asked questions, no one did anything, and yeah, Mike is the best. Mike is the best. Whew, that's so cool. And Nacho is on Gus's radar too, so that's gonna be interesting. I don't think he's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, because like I said, Mike was the one to try to kill Hector the first time, and nothing bad happened to him. He's working for the guy.
Maybe he's gonna try to lure him to
That's
work
the
for
thing.
him on the side.
Mike was an outside force, He came in because Hector was after his family, but Nacho was working for Hector, and I don't think Gus can accept a man from the inside that is willing to...
I remember what the story with Hector and Mike.
Yeah.
Tuco.
True.
Tuco.
Ah, Tuco.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that Gus cannot accept to have a man on the inside that is a loose cannon. Someone that is willing to kill his boss I know it's for family, but still, he's a loose cannon. So keeping an eye on him is one thing. I think he might reach out to him, bring him on his side a little bit, because they don't know what's going to happen to Hector. In their minds, he's going to come back. We still don't know if he's going to suffer, like, all this, all the séquelles. All the consequences from Breaking Bad, the wheelchair, the lack of speech and everything. Is it going to be like right now after that stroke? Maybe there's going to be another one. I don't know. We never know. And they know even less than we do. So in their minds, he could be coming back in a week or two.
Yeah.
Maybe not that strong, but he could be coming back. So Gus cannot have a loose cannon around if he comes back. So he's going to take care of this.
Yeah. Also, we might see soon the DEA.
I love that they mentioned it. Like, of course they're gonna be around, but I love the possibility that we might get to see Hank. It's true. I saw also.
Oh my God, we're gonna see douchebag Hank again.
Yeah.
Fudge.
Well, I mean, he's always been douchebag Hank. It's just that
he got way less worse by the end of the show.
Yeah, but I've said it several times, but I'm watching Breaking Bad with my friend right now, and even though he's like making bad jokes and being a bit racist and stuff, it makes me laugh because I know that he's a teddy bear at heart, so I don't really care. Yeah. I'm actually just happy if we get to see him again. Maybe not this season though, because
he's still alive now. Huh?
I saw rumors that he might be coming back too, but they were pretty recent. So, and they are on season 5, I think.
Yeah, so maybe season 5 we're gonna see him. I don't know.
But I like that hint at a war maybe coming, because people are going to try to take advantage of the fact that the leader of the Salamanca is not there anymore. So Nacho needs to be careful, and I think that's why Gus is keeping an eye on him, because like I said, he cannot afford to have a loose cannon around if there is conflict coming, and he might try to have him on his side. If Hector doesn't come back, Gus needs to take charge, so... It's still the Salamanca territory.
Maybe take charge of something since Hector is not there anymore.
No, but Hector might not be there, but it's still his territory. So, and we know that Tuco took care of some business too when he got out. So, and even if he didn't take care of anything, like when Gus started having problems with the Salamancas, there were. I mean, what's the guy's name?
Bolsa?
Was it him that showed up to negotiate with... Yeah, that was him, right?
Bolsa, yeah.
So he might be the one taking charge of the Salamanca territory while Hector is not there. Yeah. Even later when he's still not there. Sorry. Anyway, that was one sad first episode for season 4. I'm really interested in what they have in store for us. We are reaching the end of this series fast. Gosh, how many seasons do you think? 6? I think they said 5 or 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
So, it's good. It's good. And the characters are so real. And like, Howard is so fucking real. The character, I hated the guy when we started it, but I'm liking him more and more. His reactions are like not white, not black, like they're literally gray and really realistic. So
you got qualities, you got flaws.
Yeah.
You got great suits.
Anyway, that was good. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's going to be on Patreon really soon. Check it out. The link is in the description.
So don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now. And if not, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube. Yes. So I guess we're going to see you then, guys.
Bye, Chuck. Bye.
Bye, Chuck.